Hello and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is a daily reading for October 3rd, 2019. I hope that you guys are enjoying Libra season. This is going to be a reading for the collective, so it may not resonate with everyone, and it may just resonate with some of you, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, I just want to give a huge thank you and let all of my new subscribers, returning subscribers, everyone who supports this channel with their comments and just their love. I just want you to know how grateful I am that you guys are along with me on this journey, and it really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Again, this is a reading for the collective for all signs for October 3rd, 2019. I'm going to be using the After Tarot. It's one of my faves. All right, so Spirit, please tell us what we need to know for October 3rd, 2019. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for October 3rd, 2019? Ooh, I'm going to take it. It wants to come out. Cards are already speaking. I'm going to take this one too because I kind of couldn't pop him back into the pile. Okay, so all right, the overall energy here is the Eight of Pentacles. Very nice. So the Eight of Pentacles is earth energy. It's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and it's all about all that hard work that you do. It's also about focusing on the daily tasks and not so much on the journey, because remember, whoops, one of my candles went out. It leaves this like big puff of smoke, and I always feel like I'm on the right track. Spirit's like, yes. It's a spiritual high five when I get that puff of smoke. Okay, so it's basically, you know, you're on the right track. It's focusing on the daily tasks. It's the mastery of what you do. So it's learning, it's growing, it's putting in all of that hard work. Now remember, this is the After Tarot, so it is, you know, it's the regular Rider-Waite imagery, but what would happen a few seconds to a few minutes after the scene that we're used to. So here he's getting up and he's admiring all of the work that he's done and all of the hard work that he's put into whatever endeavor this might be. Again, it might be into your physical body and your health and your well-being. It might be actually in growing your abundance. It may be in a relationship. It may be, you know, it could be many different things. It could be a passion project as well. I'm getting, though, underneath that card, we do have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords, they're carrying this dead body off. So it's also, there's a little bit of a warning here. Wow, because then we have the Ten of Wands under that. Wow, and then we have the Eight of Cups. Normally I don't read this many cards. 8, 10, 10, 8. So, you know, I'm getting that, you know, I'm getting that you had to walk away from something, or you might end up having to walk away from something if you don't get enough rest. Okay, that you've been putting in lots and lots of hard work, but it is really important that you don't work yourself to death. Sometimes when we have our eye on the prize, or we really have our mindset on a certain goal, we can become very dogmatic and put the blinders on and work and work and work. So this card is saying, you know, do take time to step back, admire what you're doing. And sometimes, you know, being able to see the big picture is a little bit more important than being very, very detail oriented as well. So just make sure that you don't become, you know, make sure that you don't overwork yourself or overdo it either, okay? Hard work is part of the process, but there is a point in time where letting go also becomes essential to your journey. All right, so wow, the cards that are coming out, we have the Death card, which is Scorpio. We have the Three of Swords, which is my air energy, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. We have the Lovers card, wow, more Gemini. And then we have the Empress, which can be very Libra. All right, so here we've got, oh wow, a lot of interesting stuff going on. And I've got three major arcanas with the Three of Swords. So here we have the Death card. The Death card is all about starting over. Something, again, you've been putting a lot of hard work into something, okay? And then we have these two tens underneath it. So it's the end of a cycle. It could also be that as a result of your hard work that you have been able to, you know, push yourself to the next level, and that you've been able to see a real change and a step up in your journey, or in your journey to enlightenment, enlightenment, or again, you might start to see all of these results. I get that you sort of had this take no prisoners attitude, because here the Grim Reaper death, he has taken anybody and everyone. There's even a child here, there's a grieving mother, there's a religious figure, there's everybody. So nobody is safe. And I think that you had this real take no prisoners attitude to work or to this project or to this relationship, because you said enough is enough. Okay, and it may have also been, so it may also represent your journey to healing, because then we have the Three of Swords card coming out, and somebody's wrapped a tourniquet around this bleeding heart to stop the hemorrhage, and these swords have fallen out. They've done all the damage that they can, but now the focus is on moving forward, rebirthing, and healing. Wow, very, very powerful energy. This very well may speak to a love relationship, or it just may be something that you are extremely attached to. But making a decision, it looks like, I get that you made the decision already. And I do want you to notice how this angel is holding this sword. Okay, it's as if she's blessing these two people, but also she has the ability to cut down, okay, and separate these people. So making this decision is very important. We have Adam and Eve represented in this picture, and Eve is handing him the apple, and it is that moment of truth. When they when they taste the apple, and they know the truth, and then that sort of is their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. So I'm getting that you've been really honest with yourself. You're making a decision, and I think you've decided on you and your self-worth and your abundance and your health, and putting your well-being at the forefront so you can focus on your creative endeavors. With the Empress, she's often pregnant. She's often full of ideas. She's all about creating. She's all about co-creating, and you are willing. You have put in the hard work. You show that you can do it, and I think you've worked a lot. You've worked really hard to overcome a cycle, a negative cycle, something that just wasn't working for you. Okay, that you have just turned it around. You've focused on healing. You've made the right decision, and the focus is on you and abundance. You and abundance, and creating the life or the energy or the health or the job or the business or the relationship that you want. Okay, this I do get also is a bit of a reading that's a little bit bigger than a daily reading. Also, if you remember yesterday in my mind's eye, I'm not surprised that the Three of Swords came out here, because in my mind's eye, I was reading as if the Three of Swords was under this top card. So, it's just, it may also be a continuation of yesterday. So Spirit, please tell the collective, what other messages do you have to help us on our journey, October 3rd, 2019. Okay, here we have unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Interesting. Okay. All right, Two of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. Okay, so I get that you were very sort of, you were very focused, okay? But now that, and also I want to mention this splitting into two that I mentioned with this sword, that imagery that I got here, that the angel is blessing this union, but is also has the ability to split these two, these two ideas, these two people, these two ways of being in two, and to cut that apple as well in half. So this Two of Autumn coming out on top of that is, it could be that, you're juggling, that you have to juggle, that things may have been split in two, but that was because of your own decision. You may also be delegating, because you may have felt like you were taking on everything, and you can no longer do that. You need to really take care of yourself. I get that you need to be okay in order for everyone else to be okay, because you may be the leader of a family, you may be a mother, you may be a father, you may be the CEO, you may be, a small business where you are the boss, okay? The next card that comes out is the Eight of Spring, stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Yeah, I really like this because the Eight of Springs is the Eight of Wands in the tarot deck, and that's things that are moving really quickly. I'm getting that, things, you may have experienced a few delays because you had to clear some blocks, that you were feeling overwhelmed, that you were feeling, like you just couldn't do it all, but you really pushed through hard work. You didn't focus on trying to, um, like you shot these 8 arrows into the sky. This is what I want. Those were your intentions. And I get that you were able to release control. So you weren't micromanaging the outcome or the way that things were happening, but you were just like, okay, let's bring it on. There's a lot of stuff I've got to release here. I'm holding on to too much. And, the decision that you made was the right decision. And now you're focusing on you. I do get that you're balancing and you're dealing with this change with ease, with this Two of Autumn, which is like the Two of Pentacles card coming out. And I get that the decision that you made, you had to do the right thing for the right reason. And I'm really getting this strong vibe from this Empress card that you have to really take care of you. You had to do something that was for you because you were feeling too much pressure. Again, this is coming here with these 2 10s underneath and this 8, okay? That you had to sort of walk away from something, and you don't really care who's going to be picking up those pieces because you had to make this decision for yourself. Things were just getting to be too much, too many responsibilities. Either you had taken on too much or people were putting too much and you weren't setting your boundaries, and that led to some sort of mental break or some sort of, maybe you were just in a fog and you said, you know what, I have to work through this. You put your head down, you released, your control. I can't find the word I'm looking for. Your attachment to the outcome, and you said, no matter what, somehow, some way, this has to change. Sorry about the noise. The animals always love to start cutting up while I'm reading. Hold on 1 second. Just give me 2 seconds because I don't want to stop this reading. Just so you guys can see, I don't know if you can see. Sorry, she wants to be on my shoulder. I've got this, maybe you can see some of her tail feathers pop in. Hold on. Baby, come on, show. Come on, show. All right, so this is the noisemaker. She is used to getting more attention than I'm giving her, and she often likes to cut up during readings. So I'll have her on my shoulder. So again, sorry about the interruption, you guys. All right, so come here. Let me just get situated so I can finish this up. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull these messages from, sorry, this is Return of Spirit cards. I love these cards. I want you to focus on the images as well, so that the reading can be a little bit more interactive for you. Okay. So here we have immunity. Very nice. I love this. Immunity is kind of like, again, you walked away from a situation. I was really getting that with this 8 of Cups card coming out. You walked away from it. You said, you know what, I can no longer be responsible for the outcome. Something is out of my hands. I did the right thing. I can no longer be involved, so this can no longer hurt me. Okay, and I'm also getting, I know immunity is different than your immune system, but I am getting with these 10s that came out, the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, that you were getting to a level of exhaustion with something, and it was really starting to affect your health, okay? Especially with these Pentacle cards coming out, and especially with the Empress card, that you had to, whatever decision you had to make to sort of walk away, and to sort of bring about this sort of change and this end and releasing all of this sorrow, because holding on to it was just too much. And I get it was probably creating, it was creating some, health issues. You may have been having neck pain. You may have been having back pain. You may have been experiencing, I get like your eyes may have been hurting as well, but just a lot of aches and pains, headaches, stomach aches, that sort of thing, lethargy, like just not having a lot of energy because you were just feeling mentally also exhausted. All right. And so, immunity. And I think, like it's kind of like getting a pass because you have a doctor's note. Okay. The spiritual doctor's note here. Okay. What other messages do you have for the collective? If you hear me sort of walking around the room, I had to go put the bird, her name is Baby, on a ladder. She likes to be in high places and also look at mirrors and that sort of thing. So excuse the distraction, but I guess that's life. Okay, so... And then we have love. I love this. Okay, of course I do. It's love. I love love. So I want you guys just to focus on this card for a second. I get this is a lot of self-love. I get this is love through spirit. Again, I didn't touch much on this unity card, doing the right thing for the right reason, other than that was you loving yourself. Okay, and loving the way you do things and being caring and being nurturing to yourself during this big change. Because with all of these major arcana cards coming out, this hasn't been easy for you. It's taken a toll on your physical and mental health, whatever this situation is, and you'll know what it is, what I'm talking about, for those of you that it resonates with. Okay, and just remember to love yourself, love others, express your gratitude for every situation. Okay, don't walk around with anger or distrust or blame in your heart. Okay, because remember, we all make even if we feel like somebody has been taking advantage of us, or people were piling up responsibility after responsibility on us, each of us has the right and should set boundaries and say no. And again, this Empress card is very much so calling to me, she's okay with setting boundaries. She does the right thing for her health, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, okay? And she takes care of herself first, because without her, the baby inside her cannot grow. So for those of you, that's a metaphor if you're not pregnant. But, if she's not healthy, then nothing in your surroundings or none of your projects or none of the people that you take care of can be healthy either. Okay, so Spirit, please tell us what other energies can assist us on our journey, October 3rd, 2019. What other energies can assist us on our journey, October 3rd, 2019? Okay, hope. I love it. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Now, is that not just confirmation of what I just said? So I'm going to read that to you one more time. I want you just to take in these beautiful pinks and these beautiful yellows and look at the lotus flower and the symmetry and the beauty of her face. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. I love this, you guys. I love you all. Thank you for being on this journey with me. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share and comment if that's something that you like to do, and just have a beautiful, beautiful day.